So we're gonna, in the chair, we have done cat-cow in the chair. So this time we're going to do it standing up, because I want to see if standing up enables you to feel it differently. So what it looks like is we're going to be on our knees, hands on our knees, and when we round the belly, we pull the belly button into the back of our spine to round our back, and then we sink the belly low, kind of put a little sway back in, draw our shoulders down for the other position of cow. So it's this rocking motion of the spine. Same. That's an excellent spine, warming up the spine. And when I do the cat-cows, whether they're in the chair or standing, you can go through them as slow as you like, just trying different movements with the shoulders, with your gaze, and feeling that flexion of the spine as you're coming up and as you're going down. A few more rotations. When you're ready, you can come to a standing position. Okay, with the chair as our prop, we're just going to do some knee raises. So I'm going to pick the knee away from the chair, my right knee, and it's just going to look like this. And if you want to eventually let go of the chair, you can. You don't have to. Just raise and lower the knee. Okay, one more time, and then when we meet with both feet back down on the floor again, we're going to add the arm raise. So we're staying on one side, so we've got that chair as the prop always. Again, you can let go of the chair when you start feeling confident about your balance this morning. But it's going to look arm up, knee up, and then lower down. So it would be inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Well, run this. You guys want 5 more? Oh my goodness, let's keep going. 5, everybody's 4, 3. This is work for the standing leg too. 2, 1. Now we'll stop. You need to shake out your hip. Bend towards the chair. So while we're in this bend, you can look down on the floor over your left shoulder. We'll come straighten up, and we'll go back into that bend again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold to the side. And then you can experiment changing your gaze up towards the ceiling. And really breathe into that side rib cage, creating space on our right side body. And we'll come back up. Inhale to lengthen again. Same thing. Inhale. Exhale to the side towards the chair. so slow. It hurts. And we'll come back up. And then we'll all turn the other way so we can work the other side. So we'll start with just raising the left knee. Raise and lower. I just popped. Raise and lower. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot back down. If you need to shake out your hips, go ahead and do that. Now we've got to add the arm. So arm to the side, and when we raise the left arm out and over our head, we'll raise the knee at the same time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. Down. Up. Down, barely touch the floor, or don't touch the floor, and then raise it back up. It's a little more difficult. One more. Back down. You can shake out the hips if you need to from side. The bicep next to our ears. Think about a long spine. On an inhale, we'll lengthen. Exhale, let's do a little bend to the side towards the chair. You can take your gaze down to the floor. Come back up again. Arms still high overhead, and we'll bend towards the chair again. This time, maybe you want to change your gaze. You can keep it straight ahead of you, down to the floor, or look up towards that high elbow. And then really think of doing a deep side belly breath. If you do a deep inhale when you're in a flexion like this, you can really feel, it's like your skin is expanding. And we'll come back up and lower that left arm down. So while we're standing, I'm going to have us grab our strap. I'll get strap. So I know everybody go at your own pace with how your shoulders and arms feel. We're just going to raise and lower. We're looking for good range of motion. That's what we're working on, loosening up the shoulder joints, giving our legs a little break here. Inhale up. Exhale, we can go back like this with cactus arms. Make it longer. It's easier. Make it longer. And up. Cactus arms. Or you can go out. This is where everybody kind of do what they need to with the back. I'll just go through a variety of motions that I know you can do. Strap. You can go side to side. like we just did, you can go all the way back if you're warmed up enough. And you can stop at any point. Those straps in our hands. I'll drop the strap with my left hand and hang on to it with my right. So we're going to drop the palm of our hand against our back and the elbow aiming to the ceiling. We're going to take our left hand, palm to the back, and find that strap that can maybe help us walk its way to meet the other hand. And we just want to make sure when we're doing this that we're not hunching forward. It's okay that the hands don't touch. We're all about the stretch on this. It's about keeping our posture tall, and then we breathe. And if this feels like it's an intense, back off on it a little bit and practice more on your breath work, because that might help you get a little deeper into the stretch. So oftentimes we go right away to the most intense part and we wonder why we're not able to breathe. Undo that. Okay, now we're going to take the strap in our left, the other hand, and we're going to drop that palm on our upper back with our elbow trying to aim, pointing up at the ceiling. We're going to take our right hand, palm to our back, and using the strap, hang on and walk your hands up. Everybody's breathing. Breathing. Is that side better than the other side or not? Not even close.
Doesn't work either way, right?
Pretty close to the same either way. But I could feel the stretch.
That's correct. Okay, and we'll uncross and lay those straps down. I hope to remember to use those with our legs later on. Okay, so we'll do some shoulder. We'll put our hands, and again, while we're standing, and let's look at what our feet are doing. That whole posture alignment needs to still happen when we're standing. So all 10 toes pointed forward. We think about the knees over the ankles, hips, shoulders, ears over the shoulders. And we're just going to twist gently from side to side. Think of twisting at the waist. This is the motion that's going to help us turn around in our car when we back out. Remember? It doesn't all have to be about our neck turning. And then we'll join fingers to fingers in front of our chin. So really our arms are at shoulder height, I guess. And we'll do that again. Think of twisting at the hips and trying not to move those hip bones. They should stay pointing to the front of your mat. And now we're going to take our arms long. What? Hula dancing?
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to let us, with our arms like this, let us twist and free up those hips. And you can bend a knee, just kind of a free movement here. That enables us to go a little deeper in our twist. Okay, we drop our arms. And one more thing while we're standing is the downward facing dog stretch. So if you recall, this is stepping your feet back far enough so that you can drop your head between your biceps. So your biceps can be next to your ears. So if you need to take some steps back, I'm going to walk around and see what everybody's doing with that. Think of another way is to think of pressing your hamstrings to the back of the room. Doing good.
I'm not here by myself, am I?
No, you're not. And we're breathing. And we're breathing and we're breathing. And your gaze is down. And think of pressing your tailbone to the back of the room, just like you're trying to create the space between your fingers and your tailbone. You're trying to grow in length there. Okay, we can come up, walk your way back up, and put your chair on the other side of your mats, like we usually start our class. And it's time to sit in our chair. Okay, let's do leg raises here. And we're just going to grab a knee. We're going to work more into our hip right now. So we're just kind of like we're pumping that synovial fluid, getting that going around our hip joint. You can pause anywhere along. And then we can make circles with that. It's easier with just one hand. And then go the other way. And we'll do that with the other leg, so we're going to bring that knee up. Start raising and lowering that. And then we'll make knee circles, hip circles, just like we're making a circle with the knee though. And we'll go the other way. Down and continuing into our hip area and creating some more mobility and range of motion there. Go into pigeon. So this will start, I just cross my left ankle over my right knee. I can already feel that. So keeping our foot flexed to protect the knee, there's a few things we can do with pigeon. So we can hinge forward out of the hips. We're trying to feel that stretch on the hip of the leg that's bent. That side, in my case, my left side. So go until you feel almost your edge of, whoa, you just kind of want to go, ooh. And then, what does your body tell you right as you meet that point? In my case, I went, oh. But what does that mean? Does that mean you back off? Does that mean you hang out there?
Hang on.
Breathe into it. Let's sit up, and we're going to go back into it again. So inhale to lengthen again. And exhale. Maybe you can go up a little deeper. And actually, we're going to do that the third time because this is really a tough joint to get loosened up. A lot of stress lands in our hips, and we expect our hips to do a lot of things. They keep us upright, and that is the joint that helps us do our forward folds and bend. So we're going to show our hips some more love. So let's go forward again. Uncross. And now notice how one side feels versus the other. It was amazing to me how that side that we just worked feels lighter and just lighter. So the other foot, right ankle over the left knee. And we want to flex the foot. And just like we did on the other side, hinge forward until you feel that stretch. So we want to ease in to where we feel the aha moment is. And picture sending your breath there. Just picture sometimes that visualization really just helps provide the pathway for just relaxing that area. And we'll come back up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold over until you feel the fullest part of the stretch that your body can do for you today. I have been in restorative yoga classes on the floor doing this version on the floor where we hold this for 4 to 5 minutes. And the teacher talks the entire time to try to get your mind off it. But that's, when you're in a pose that long, it really does provide unbelievable results. But after that long, we'll come back up. After that long of a time, you're really more in a battle with your mind, because your mind is going, but you have to relax and stay with it. So that it really becomes, at that point, a mind exercise. So I'm wondering if it's becoming a mind exercise where you just, now when I'm having us hold it, what is your mind telling you? Get me out of this pose. Or is it saying, go deep and trying to go too far? What's the mind doing? Uncross, maybe windshield wiper the knees. Now we're going to do some stretches with our knees wide. I'm going to come a little forward in my chair. And we're just going to do some forward folds. So I'm going to use my hands kind of to help you can either use the strength in your legs, or you can use your hands to kind of help you keep your knees wide. And we're just going to hinge forward with a flat spine. We're going to go down as far as we can go with a flat spine. And what are we doing? Are we pressing our knees away from each other? And then with the flat back, we're going to come back up. We're going to do that again. Exhale to lower. Inhale, come up. And exhale to lower. Just some motions, keeping our legs wide, and I'll just start going towards the left. So I'm going to angle my body towards my left knee. So I'm aiming towards sending my heart towards my left thigh or left knee. And we're going to hinge down at an angle. And then we're going to move our way around to center where we started. And moving to the other knee and thigh. Come back up. Let's do that slow one more time, and then we'll speed it up because then it really becomes like a circle. So we'll just start. I'm heading over to my left side, and I can feel the stretch on the right side of my body. Move our way over to the center. We still pressing our knees away from each other. Over to the other side. And then you can put a little bit of a back bend in, maybe touching the back of the chair a little bit. And then at your own pace, you're just going to make big, wide circles. So this is where really tune in to the sensations of your body today and try to feel a stretch at every point along this circle. And if you reach a point that feels extra tight or thick or heavy, you can just stop there, because your body's trying to tell you something. When you're ready, at any time, you can go the other direction. Little knee check. Have they started caving in on you? Keep the knees wide. One more round. Knee back. Neck neutral when you're ready. Okay, let's bring our feet back together. And we'll get back a little bit more into the shoulders. So we're just gonna, just like we're climbing a rope. So just like this, climb and really think of stretching out. After doing this, you'll be a ½ inch taller. Reach up high, pull the rope. Getting into that highest covered. Then we can start going at an angle, at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to go at shoulder height. We're just going to go from side to side. We've got to go down, so I'm going to take my right arm to the outside of my left. It's like I'm picking something up off the floor towards that, and come back up. And then the other side somewhere down there. Back to center. And you can shake it out. Okay, I'm going to have us stand back up again. You had your resting time in the chair, huh? Okay, again, I'm going to have us move the chairs where they were in the beginning of the class because you want to be able to stand on your mat. So, a little more work for the hips. So using the chair always as assistance. Think of getting that good foundation with your left foot because we're going to send our right leg out just with a straight leg out to the side with our foot flexed. And when I say foot flexed, it's like your toes are trying to pull back towards you. So out to the side and then back in. Do this 10 times. Out to the side and back in. out to the side. Who's counting?
3.
Sure, I'll go with that.
9.
9. No. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bend the knee. We're going to bend the knee, so think of knee to knee. And we're just going to open, same thing. You don't have to go too far. And we're just going to swing that bent knee out to the side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rest. Helps for me, it always seems like the right thing to do to sway from side to side. Okay, so we're still on that same side. Now I want us to try an extended leg, and we'll do 5 of those. So a full extended leg as far out to the side as we can go. But here's the thing, we don't want, think of keeping your posture straight. Okay, all right, so there's one side. While we're here, let's, if we can you grab your leg, or at least, there you go. Okay. Can you, just do this? There we go, just do that. Just hold it. Can you hold it there or not? Okay, so people that are holding, do a knee check. Are your knees in line with each other? And then we can undo that, straighten our leg, and we'll move to the other side. Okay, now we're going to use the right foot as our standing leg. And we're going to flex the left foot, and just getting it warmed up. We don't have to go too far this first time. We're just extending it directly straight out to the side. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knee. And we're going to open just like we're opening, like we did last time. And think of bringing that knee back in alignment with that other knee. And you bring it back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. All right, both feet. Maybe move around a little bit. One more sequence on this side. See if we can get that leg extended and a little higher. Out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. Okay. We'll just stay on this side where we're at. And move into chair pose, which is really all we're going to do using the chair as the prop. We're just going to bend our knees until we feel our thighs engaged. Now there's all kinds of levels we can do with this, so I'll cue it along the way. So if you want to feel a thigh, you'll be able to tell. When you just lower that rear down like you're trying to sit back into a chair, feel the thighs engaged. These are the muscles that help us get out of the chair. We're breathing. The only thing to be aware of, we can stand up, we're going to go back into it again. The only thing to be aware of in chair is when we go down, we don't want our knees over our feet. So we always want to be able to see our toes. So it's more about sending our rear back like we're trying to find that chair. So think of sending the rear back. Okay, we'll come back up. We're going to do that again. If you're ready to let go of the chair, you can certainly do that. And we'll lower back down. And maybe this time you can go a little deeper into your chair. Let go of the chair. Hang on to the chair with one arm, send the other arm next to your ear. Both arms next to your ear. Come back up. You did it. You did it. That was a true chair pose. Very good. Okay. So let's go back down into the chair with our strap before I forget, since we've got it here. And move the chair back around again. So we're going to wrap that strap around the bottom of our foot. And we're going to have the strap be a prop as we use the strength in our arm, the same arm as the leg that's extended, to guide our leg off to the side. And we should feel stretch. And breathing. Bring it up a little more. Back in the middle. And how about up here? Okay, we want to be careful with our knees. Kind of keep a micro bend in the knee. You don't want the knee to have to overextend. So I like to keep a little bit of strength in my knee. A micro bend means I'm engaging my knee, and that will protect it. So where are you feeling the stretch now? Okay, while it's as high as we've got it right here, just cross the midline a little bit, keeping it high. You won't be able to go very far. I see everybody going, no, no, and back to center. Go higher again. All right, other side. We've got that foot. Keep a little micro bend in the knee. And using the strength in our hands. If you want to add a stretch, you can pull that knee. A little bit higher. How come when I say a little bit higher, you guys can all do that? If you want to start there. I'm going to move my leg back in. How about a little higher? Then we're going to prepare to cross the midline. And the higher that you cross the midline, the more difficult it is. So that's why I try to cure everybody to get it up as high as you can. The intent is to not have your leg go all the way over there, it's just to feel the stretch. It's kind of intense. Back over. And down. All right. So good. Just going to go through a few iterations of this. So if you want to back against the chair for support, just going to take our arms overhead, move them into cactus arms, and then I'm going to have us just lean back until we feel that that chair is going to hold us up. And reach, shine your heart up, your gaze up. Do whatever you want with your arms. You can put them over your head, you can keep them in cactus. And if you want, you can slowly let your head dangle back. If you want, you don't have to do that. It's an intense. You can also use your hands behind your head to support. So just to think of this, you are opening up the heart and chest area and doing some deep breaths. And if you had your head dangling, you might want to use your hands to bring it back up. Slowly bring your head back up to the easy seated position. Okay. Is that a crack? Did I hear a crack? Oh, that was a good one. Okay, ankle work. Working our way to the floor. How are we doing here? So one leg out. Actually, let's put both of them out. We can do this together. So we've got feet like this. We're going to send them windshield wiper feet. Oh. It's all good. I like that noise. I really do. And then alternate the point and flex.
Gas and brake.
Huh?
Gas and brake.
Gas and brake. And then rotate. We haven't really done any wrist work today, so we can get that in a little bit. So we'll just do namaste hands. And then we'll point the fingers to the front. And then maybe down. In front and up. Pointing them down. I feel a good stretch in my underside of my wrists when my hands are pointed down. One more time. Okay, and we'll do our finger work. So we've got, I think we've done this routine sequence before, so it's hands, palms facing each other, and it's in 4 steps. We've got 1, 2, we're just bending our fingers, and then we're sending it out at a 90 degree, and then it's a wrist. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake them out. Okay, toes. Let's bend those toes under and send them a different direction. We're all going to have the most limber toes after 4 months of yoga. Doesn't hurt. You don't have to push it down. Just let the weight of your leg. You don't have to push our feet here, and we'll just raise and lower. So raise the heels, raise the toes. Oh, very good. Savasana. I'm going to play some different music today, and I'm choosing music. What I'm asking you to do is, I guess, feel the music. It sounds kind of cliche, but it's really different. It's got, I actually searched for music that had singing bowls and chimes and something different. So it's almost a 4-minute song. So just so you know, your mind doesn't have to go, what is this going to be? Just enjoy the time, enjoy the time. What? So you can make your way to the mat or find your comfortable seated position. Does anybody want the chair under them like we did last time? That your knees can rest on the chair? Are we okay? I want to read a little saying that I found first while we're lying here. This is a longer Shavasana. I think it speaks a lot to what yoga is all about. We all need stability in our life, a quiet, reassuring voice that whispers that regardless of what's going on around us, we will be okay. Sometimes that sense of stability comes from friends and family who support us through good times and bad. But stability can also come from within, that quiet inner wisdom that allows us space to breathe, time to pause, and gain perspective, rather than firefighting our way through each new challenge. Our sense of stability is mirrored within our physical body. Over the course of a lifetime, our tissues are constantly being remodeled to reflect the story of our life. Postural habits, stress, trauma, and the process of growing older cause subtle changes to the structure and shape of the body. These changes can bring us out of balance both mentally and physically as the body loses its center of gravity and the mind struggles with symptoms of stiffness and discomfort. When life draws us away from our center, our yoga practice is always there to bring us home. Taking the time to cultivate a regular practice helps develop the mental stamina and inner strength we need to cope with all the challenges that life has to offer. The more ways we can find to explore and work within the intricate workings of the body, the more we can develop tools to retain balance and stability over time. start to awaken our body. You can rock your ankles from side to side, or open and close your fists. Maybe take one long full body stretch with your arms overhead. Pointing and flexing your feet, get some stretch. Any stretch your body needs, and then when you're ready, you can roll over on your right side and make your way either back to the chair or to an easy seated position on the floor. You can close your eyes. Resting your hands on your thighs or knees. On an inhale, we'll bring our arms overhead. On an inhale. Exhale, arms back down. One more time. Hands together. Thumbs meeting between the space of our eyebrows, called the third eye, for clarity of thought. Thumbs down to our mouth, lips, for clarity in our words. And thumbs resting on our heart, for clarity in our actions. I bow to each of you.